What's good, guys? It's Ron's Rides, and we are about to step inside of the 2019 Quattroporte Gran Lusso, the Maserati Quattroporte Gran Lusso for 2019. I know I haven't even talked about the 2019s arriving yet, but this is here. They just got here. We just got a shipment of them, and I wanted to show you guys something particular that you probably know that I'm already gonna show you by the thumbnail of the video, and that is the center here, the new gear select and cup holders and the drive select buttons. Now I'm going to get into that in just a moment, but just to kind of explain myself, obviously I want to get this stuff out to you guys, and I've been waiting and waiting for these cars to finally arrive. We did get 6. We got a couple of Levantes, a couple of Quattroportes, and a couple of Ghiblis. So right there is the Levante Gran Lusso, and I'll show you guys all these cars in their full entirety once they are even unwrapped, because you can see the wrapping still around it, and wrapped, unwrapped, and inspected. And I wanted to show you these cars, and just to prove it to you guys, you're gonna see here that is the Quattroporte Gran Lusso, Quattroporte S, so you're looking at the 424 horsepower. But this is just to break the news to you guys, so let's check it out. The new gear select. I tried to explain this to you guys, and now you can see it in person. It looks so much better. And as you see, this might look funny because it still has the plastic covering over it, which I'm not gonna take off. But you have the new cup holders. So you see that there's no door there. It's just cup holders cut out into the base here. So now they're a little bit bigger, and it's not annoying to try to fit a cup in here. Like I said, us Americans need that extra space, so we got it, which was really cool. Thank you, Maserati. Then we're gonna go over to the buttons here. Now you're gonna notice something a little different. For the drive modes, you're gonna notice there's no M for manual. Now there's a physical start-stop button right there, so you don't have to go through the menus and circle through the menus to turn on and off start-stop mode. So then you're wondering, well, what happened to manual? Well, you guys can see it there. It is now on this new gear select, and it is wrapped in leather, as I explained to you guys in the video talking about the 19s. So now the boot here around the gear select looks so much cleaner than just having a plastic piece going up and down. It's actually a bigger cutout here, a bigger, what would you say, rectangle from this angle, and you have the leather boot going around it. Just a lot better quality. You do have the leather going up across the gear select with the aluminum going along the sides here. Let's just take another angle at it. Looks a lot better. And then the thing you want to talk about the most is the functionality. So now it has 2 lanes instead of just having 1 lane, to where you would have your park, your reverse, neutral, drive, and your manual. You now have 2 lanes. So in order to go to manual, you would move the gear select over to the left, and it would go to the manual here, where you will be able to shift. Now, if you want it to the regular way, you would move it to the right and move it right back over, and you will be down your drive selects here, reverse, neutral, and drive. Now, a big difference here is park. Park is now a button that you press instead of cranking it all the way up to the top to the P, which is so much better because this thing is like a joystick. You're gonna move it back, it's gonna go back to its resting place. You're gonna move it forward, go back to its resting place. So when you're cranking through the gears, it was a little hard sometimes to get to the correct thing you want it to. So now you can just go over for manual instead of pressing a button. You can press P for park, and then you have shorter distance of travel for your reverse, your neutral, and your drive. Now this all comes by way of a physical button to change your gear modes. This is not something you can just move and change. For safety reasons, you don't want to go from neutral to drive, or sorry, reverse to drive, or drive to reverse when you're going a certain speed. I would guess that that would probably be pretty bad. So in order to change your gears, you're going to need to press this gear select button in order to engage the gear. And this feels a lot better in your hand. It's not big and circular, so you're not going like this. You're actually wrapping your hand around this. It feels so much better in your hand. When you were to shift, it would feel a lot better going up and down rather than moving something that's just so large and has, you know, no really good shape or curvature to it. Makes sense to you guys? So for your driving modes, you're still gonna have your traction off. You're still gonna have your start, stop, enable, and disable button. You're gonna have your ice. which is increased efficiency mode. You're gonna have your sport mode, which is my favorite mode, and you're gonna have your suspension for the dampers as well. Then you do have your toggles for the Maserati touchscreen here in order to navigate through the 8.4-inch screen. You also have your electric parking brake that will be located right here next to those toggles. You have those larger cup holders and a lot better, cleaner design for the cup holder cutouts, which just makes a heck of a difference. And then you do have your hazard button there in case you might ever need that. So let's talk about this, because you might say, man, it does not look that much different, or it doesn't make that much of a difference. Just take a look at it, and we're gonna go to the older one, and then I'll have you look at that and compare and contrast. Now check out the style for the 2017 through 2018 models. You're looking at the toggles still. You still have your toggles for your 8.4-inch Maserati touch control. You still have your electric parking brake, and you still have your hazard button up front. But what's a little different here? Well, instead of the start-stop, you have the M for manual there. So you do not have the start-stop button, but the manual, and the manual button is replaced with start-stop for the 2019 model. Also, you do have the door here that covers up your cup holders that might make it a little bit smaller. So you do see that you do have your cigarette lighter and you do have your cup holders, but you do have a lot of wasted space in between here that is utilized for the 2019 models to add a little bit more space for you to have just a little bit larger cups. So we'll close that there. And then one big thing you'll see is the gear select here. It is not really stylish, does have some nice chrome and leather accents, but it is one big piece of machinery, shall we say. And there is no leather boot around here. You can see the cutout is a lot smaller and it's in plastic, to where now you have a bigger cutout and you have the leather boot, which looks so much nicer. And then with this, you have the one lane. So what you'll see is, and you can't really see it as much here, but you'll see that it's park, reverse, neutral, drive, and the manual here, okay? But in order to put it in manual, you'd press the button. You wouldn't move it over to the left to that second drive like you would for the newer models. You also have the park right here, which you would go all the way up into park, not press the button down as well. So that is your look at the older style 17 through 18 with the toggle, and then the older style from 14 through 16 still has most of this set up without a couple of things like this toggle here. So what do you guys think? It's not a bad thing to like this selection at all. Just want to know what you guys think between the two. So after seeing both setups, what do you guys think? Do you like the new setup better or the older setup better? Definitely leave a comment below. I want to know why. If you like the older one, why? If you like the newer one, why? Obviously, you guys know I'm a big fan of this new setup. So much cleaner. I can't wait to actually use it and see how well it really functions. But for the most part, the start-stop is going to be a win off the back. The cup holders going to be a win off the back. And the park is going to be a win off the back. Whether this shifts correctly, or I want to say correctly, the way that I want it to, or responds how I would like it to, we'll see. That'll be in the test drive video, but this is your first look at the 2019 setup for Maserati. Now, this is the Granlusso Quattroporte. I will be going over this car in full for you guys. I'll also be going over the Granlusso Levante, the Ghiblis, everything else. But I want to show this to you guys, bring it to you, see what you thought about it, get that conversation going. So leave a comment below. Definitely like this video, get it up in the rankings. I want to hear what more people have to say about it. And in order for that, I definitely need to get their opinions on the comments below. Definitely check out the phone number. If you guys want to call me and inquire on these cars, you can always do that. You can call me here at the dealership. This is my direct line. So have you call me here. I'll leave the phone number in the description and right here on the screen. So you guys can call me and then you can see if you want to come and check out this for yourself. I would love to meet up with you guys. So definitely get a hold of me there, and social media links down below as well. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Be blessed. We'll see you in the next one. Hey.